Hello once again and welcome to Third Eye Africa TV. The program is Democracy in Action. Of course, we usually talk of dividends of democracy. When people are being elected, politicians are elected to offices, it's expected that those who elected them, talking of the electorate, they are supposed to gain. It's a contract. I vote you in, you provide security, provide food, education, health, many other things like that. How is it like in Eastern Nigeria, a region that feels sometimes it is left behind when you want to compare it with other regions in Nigeria? When we're talking of geopolitical divisions, we have Northeast, we have Northwest, we have Southwest, we have the central part of Nigeria, we have the Niger Delta that is called South-South. Then we also have the Southeast geopolitical zone. It is the only state with a few of the states. It's the only state dominated by just one tribe. And of course, people say that they have always been left behind. Is it true? We'll find out. My name is Ben Adam Shaman, regular host on this program, Democracy in Action. And I have Olo, one of Olo. He is a chief, young, a businessman too, and a human rights activist. So many combinations all in one person. I welcome Mr. Michael Ekwueme. Thank you for coming to Third Eye Africa TV.
Thank you, sir.
Yes. Now let us cast our minds to southeastern Nigeria through your own eyes. You are from the southeast. There's always this complaints or there are always these complaints that in terms of infrastructure, the southeastern part of Nigeria is lagging behind. Take us through all of this.
Okay, lagging behind from the federal government or from the state government?
Yes, federal in particular.
Okay, I think it is true. But I think if the Southeast governors have come together to have a forum and to love the Southeast, they don't need the federal governments to achieve what they need to achieve. I don't think there's any recycling plant in the whole of Southeast. I don't think, I know if the Southeast governors should come together and say, okay, let's have a plant to generate electricity. We'll have gas, we'll have coal. And they say, okay, every month, let's generate, each governor should bring to 200 million. That should be 1 billion every month. Before the year runs over, you have like almost 22 billion. You can get you a power plant. You don't want to do internal security. And they say, okay, from security votes, each governor should bring 100 million. That is 500 million every month. In a year, you can acquire the best security outfits. So there is no regional love. Every governor is playing to the president for personal interest. Wants to be vice president, wants to be senate president when they finish. I think of the next election. They don't have that love for the region. That's the only thing I can say.
So what about road networks? Some people say, look, it's worst of the worst when it comes to southeastern part of Nigeria.
Because if the federal government is not doing the network for federal roads that links the 5 southeast, the government should come together and raise funds and link state roads or federal roads to themselves. If you're being hated, you should not hate yourself. I think we don't have mega water like but have minimal seaports even before the war. Some seaports that can be dredged and bring light vessel. Let me say if shipments come to Lagos, Port Harcourt, a light vessel, barges can come to those light seaports and bring it to Enugu, Onitsha, Asaba, and Abia through the Imo River. But they've not done that. So if they have come together, meet Mr. President, We want to dredge our waterway. We want light vessels to be coming in. This is what we want. The senators go together and it becomes a Southeast agenda to fly. But they've not done that.
Now Nigeria has the Minister of Works, and he's from the southeastern part of Nigeria. And some people say he is doing very well in the country. Is he not doing very well in southeastern part of the country?
Yeah, I think for the first time, he's doing very well. We are saying concrete road, quality roads. He's doing very well, but not to our expectation. He can't call the shots. It's what Mr. President approves for him. That's for the Southeast, that's what he's going to do. But I think he has shown interest, he has shown that regional love for the Southeast. You give him the credit.
Now you say that is not what we expect. What do you expect?
The economic hub of Nigeria is the Igbos. Nigeria is together, one Nigeria is the Igbos. If you come to Castina, anytime you see Igbo, you go to Kaduna, you go anywhere, you see the Igbos. And they come, they build mansions, they build hotel. If you go to the north, the biggest hotels, big mansions, supermarket plaza, they are Igbos. So they believe in one Nigeria. They love everyone, they want everybody to move forward. So if Nigeria is giving back to the Igbo what the Igbo is giving to Nigeria, I think the Southeast will be the New York of Nigeria. But you see that they are doing double gauge to Katsina, to Maiduguri, to Chad, and they are doing light gauge in Southeast. And who owns the container? All the containers are from the Southeast. They are doing the quotation every time, you're giving them light gauge. So I think the Nigeria is not even helping themselves, because I think if they support the Igbo nation or the Igbo region, the economy will boom very well. So you can see everything is Lagos, Lagos, Lagos. If you bring goods from abroad, you have to go to Lagos to clear your container.
So one would have thought that when Rotimi Amechi, when he was Minister of Transportation, South, Niger Delta area, but from there, one enters through Akwa Ibom, you come through Abia. So one would have thought the railway system from Port Harcourt too would have seen the light of the day in the eastern part of the country. What's your take on it? Because of the humongous nature of business in Nigeria and Southeast.
Amechi is a great man. He did well in River State. He's a bold man, and he did well as a governor. He showed love for River State, but I was disappointed when he became the minister. So that's why I said, I don't know if he can call the shot or not, because I think it's what Mr. President approves for you. If you take your proposal to him, what he approves for is what you're going to do. Because I expected him to have to establish a deep sea port in Akwa Ibom, a deep sea port in Bayelsa, to do another deep sea port in River State, because the two seaports in Port Harcourt has been congested. One is taken over by the oil companies, Intel and the rest of them. The other one at Port Harcourt Wharf is outdated. So I expected Amechi to have done something great, but I think he was battling with Wike. They had a political fight, but that does not stop him from doing original project. Bayelsa don't have any seaports. So why you also blame Amechi? You also blame Jonathan. You're president for 6 years. You could not build international airport for your place, cargo airport. You could not be one of the best seaports in Bayelsa. You could not dredge Bayelsa, Sanfi Bayelsa. Lagos State is an island. The president should have done that. Urebri produced the first oil. What did you do for your people? Did you take back? Did you see opportunity to Sanfi Bayelsa, build Standard University? He did not do regional policy. When Buhari came, Buhari was doing dry dock, Air Force School, doing things for his people. So, but Jonathan was there. You had, 2 years was to finish Yar'Adua's 10. When you came in that 4 years, when you play your own regional politics to develop your place, to be seaport in Akwa Ibom, Calabar, to make sure that any goods coming to Southeast will come here. You have to go to Lagos, clear the goods and come back. So Jonathan failed us, Amechi failed us. That is what I'm going to say. They had the opportunities and they did not do what they're supposed to do for the region. Mostly Jonathan. Amechi has to be tight, because if you take approval, your proposal to the president, he say, no, I'm not going to do it. I don't think he'll come and tell us, no, he's working for the president.
But I mean, in a federal system of government, when you have a council of ministers, it's a collective responsibility. It's also about lobbying, not forgetting the lawmakers in the area, in your region, that would have also lobbied, so to speak, so that projects get fixed into budget?
Yeah, we have this sentiment. There are certain, I think this Igbo has been squeezed to a certain level when it comes to politics and development. So if a president that has this, let's keep the Igbos here, no matter what you lobby, no matter what you bring, cannot be funded, not will work. So I don't know where that mentality came from and why they are scared of the Igbos. But the Igbos go everywhere to develop. Anywhere in the country, the Igbos believe everywhere is my home. Anywhere. I think somebody said any country you come, if you stay 10 minutes, don't hear no Igbo language, we should leave that country. I know that country is not functioning well. Anywhere in the world.
So what is Nnakekwan?
How are you doing?
Okay.
How you do? Yes. So if you don't hear anybody speaking Igbo in any country, know that country is not functioning. So I think Igbos are great people. But I think if Nigeria also give them chance, like Peter B is coming to be president, if he has the chance, I think a lot of things might change. They are entrepreneurs by nature.
But yes, Peter Obi is on board. But you can also see that many of his followers have left him, like Okonkwo, the Nollywood, do I call him dramatist, the lawyer, and all that stuff. So Kenneth Okonkwo in particular, he appears to be running down Peter Obi. What's the issue?
Yeah, I think everybody has a perception about individuals. Peter Obi is not a saint. He's not a perfect man. He has his own shortcomings. Okonkwo is an intelligent man, like you said, an actor or comedian. So you also expect those drama.
Yes. So let's begin to look at performances of some governors in eastern part of Nigeria. You said if the governors can come together, have some contributions, special money
Per month. They were
electricity, yes,
security,
exactly,
distance security.
Yes. So let's look at the situation in say Abia State, for example. How is the governor performing there?
I think Abia has been unfortunate since 1999, beginning of democracy, when it comes to governors. I think OT is the rescue mission for them. I think OT has done what people have seen. OT has shown that he's a billionaire and he's here to help his people. He's not a perfect man, but there is a lot of improvement in Abia. OT is doing great. I'll give him #1 in the southeast for now.
So what is it doing in particular?
Roads, lights, they're about to go off the national grid. Road, lights, infrastructure, transportation. I think he's trying to build the airport and the government house. A lot of things. Aba was like a write-off. Port Harcourt Road and the rest of them. OT is doing very, very well in terms of infrastructure and transformation in Abia.
So one would have thought that Senator Uzo would have done a lot.
Who?
The former governor of Abia State.
They came in when Nigeria was like the era of military handover. So they were not even believing that democracy would even last. So most of them were just doing what they like. And when it comes to governance, it's all about individual differences. If people are running from APC to PDP to here, they are saying the same thing. If you're a criminal, you're a criminal. You're a bandit, you're a bandit. You love people, you love people. Whether you join APC or not, it does not take away that career criminal in you or that wickedness in you or that love in you. So joining political parties is not the thing. It's all about some people who come and say, okay, I know why God created me. I need to touch humanity. When you see something like that with that perception in government, then things will go right. But when you see people who have seen state fund as their oil company, they can never do anything right. Everything is all about themselves and their family.
Okay, so let's look at the neighboring state of Anambra. I mean, where you have the governor with the solution. Charles Soludo with solution. So what solutions are there on ground?
I think he has taken some great measurements about security. You see the Anambra State's new government house. A lot of infrastructure. He's doing well. You see the way he handled the issue of this native doctor, because most of the youths that begin to be fetish, believe in killing people and everything. He took it the bull by the horn, and a lot of transformation. If you're a pastor, they will bring some people for you to cure. Do that miracle, let's see. If you're a native doctor, do this, disappear from the cell, we'll let you go. So all these people have been deceiving people. They can do this, they can do that. They can't help themselves. So I think it takes a radical leader to take some decision. He's not a perfect man. He has some of his own shortcomings, but I think he's going well.
Looks like a doctor, a native doctor, was a herbalist, was at the point detained too.
So many of them.
And they said, okay, do your miracle to disappear.
Yeah, perform this. Let's know that you're working. The one that say he evokes crocodile, they took him to the water to evoke crocodile to come, or mame water. They could not come. The other one I walk, so all of them. So you see that that doesn't mean that they don't have powers, or they don't have traditionalists that have powers or know what they're doing. But they started mixing it and deceiving a lot of youths. So that is, people refuse to work. They're not looking for a short-term spiritual way to make money.
And so the governor demystified all of that.
Yes.
And set some people free.
Yeah.
From bondage or something.
Yes, a lot of people.
Okay, now let's look at Ebonyi State. So we've had big-time governors. You know,
yeah, I think Ebonyi, Umahi came and did what I think.
Samegu.
I think, no, you can just tell. Let me talk about Umahi. Umahi brought Ebonyi, like Ababio came and brought Ekwueme out. You know, he did a lot of transformation. I think Uyo has the best stadium in Nigeria for now. You know, there's a lot of things that people are going to use today and everything. Ababio did a lot of things. I think Ata did the design. Ababio facilitated. I think Uyo is doing very well. Their governors are doing well. They're doing great. The minister for works now, when he was this, he did a lot of transportation in Ebonyi, that people will see, go to Ebonyi and see what is happening.
That's
Umahi. He did well. I think this governor is also doing well. I don't know much about him, but I think people are giving kudos to him. I think he's a silent achiever. He's not a media governor from the little I know. But people say he has human face. He cares for his people, because anything you do without human face, that is not democracy, or that is not governance. Like in Enugu, where the governor is doing a lot of job, but there's no human face.
Exactly. You are from Enugu, for example. So
yes.
You probably know Enugu like the palm of your hand.
Yes, the governor is doing a lot of jobs, but most of them are politically motivated.
How?
They're not out of love. Like you can see the smart school now. You can see the video I sent to you. Once it rains, the whole roof will go off. Some have collapsed. You come to a ward, it's okay. In a year, we have 20 wards. We want to be 20 smart school per ward. And they are taking some to the boundary, where children will go 14, 15 kilometers to go to smart school. So if you're giving a smart school, and you know that definitely they'll have community crisis, because some people want it to be in their backyard, so want it to be in their front house. There should be a task force that will supervise for the things to be positioned in the appropriate place.
But don't you think it's an attempt to take education too from the center to rural areas?
If you're doing it, it must be well done. Like you saw when the federal government did unity schools. It's for everybody, big, small, and to rural areas. It was standard. Even till now, it's still the best. When you go to any unity school, you see that the infrastructure and everything. But when it's political motivated, you're thinking of, okay, if I'm doing it for 500 million, I want to make 200 million profits times 260. You calculate your money. You don't want to know if I actually need the smart school. Because some communities, you see, they have wonderful schools. They don't need smart school. They need computer, fencing, dispensary, and toilets. So, but if you have money, you have monumentary idea, you're just seeing your figure, and you're putting it everywhere. So the contractor are doing a shabby job because they're not making profit. I think they are squeezed. So they're just doing whatever they want to do to survive. So the smart school has not achieved the purpose of what the governor planned to do. Enugu is a civil servant state. They are not producing anything.
But one would have thought that being the center of our old southeastern region, Enugu will be so vibrant. How come Abba has taken over?
Yeah, it depends on policies, understanding what drives the economy. The governor did a good job by bringing in Enugu Air. It's good, but it's not right for us. Most of the policies are Orikagi government, project for the rich. I think the least flight now is 120. Minimum is 70,000. How many people can fly? So the former governor did Entraco, where you can have the state's transport by road. So the governor never invested in that Entraco till now. So if you're not a middle class person, you can't fly. And it is not the duty of government to do some certain venture to certain level of business. You can have your franchise. Maybe in Enugu Air, you have 2 planes and people will buy franchise. People bring in their plane and register with Enugu Air and you take your commission. Not going to buy C7 plane with state fund and like have up. Most of the industries are not revived. The ones that he tried to revive, that I think it's Iglas something. It's not functioning, it's just commission and it's not working. It's not producing. So most time the government is in media making people to see that Enugu State is working, but actually the people are suffering. High level of tax. The man is taxing everybody. Even each house now they are bringing, you have to pay 300,000 per year. Each building in Enugu State, some 200,000, 400, depending on the building. He's taxing all the building in Enugu State.
But is it not the ground rent that is also common in Abuja?
Yeah, Abuja is capital and Abuja has a lot of things. And what are you producing that you're taxing people this way? If he has taken this to be, okay, there is no recycling center in the whole of Enugu State. They're still doing open, they burn refuse bin, polluting the air. If you created industry by recycling, you create job, you produce, you export, you generate electricity. We have coal in Enugu. They are selling the coal. Every day, you see 30 trucks moving, 60 tons. Instead of building a coal plant, generate electricity, so that industry will come, you create job and tax the industry. You are selling the coal ahead. And there's no proper community contract. You see, they only have about 2-3 boreholes for 5 years, 2 years, 3 years. They are taking the coal. No proper social contract. Environmental assessment is not being implemented properly. You don't know what they are doing. They are digging, putting dynamite. The communities are vibrating, and no adequate compensation. And the governor just after his personal money, the money should come and they are going. He's building hotel hell and there. I think they're saying they're building a 300-bed hotel opposite the government house. Government cannot do business to compete with its citizens. There's a Nike Lake Hotel being leased out for 35 years. There's a presidential hotel. There's this one is building in International Conference Center. There's another one is building again by government house. So,
incidentally, Mike Ekwueme, Nike Lake Hotel, I've been there.
Yeah.
Presidential Hotel, I've been there.
They were more
I think the presidential hotel, in fairness to them, it's been leased out, and apparently, fine structure is coming out of that place.
Yeah. Now, you see, the problem is the airport of Enugu has been concession. Who concessioned it? Presidential has been leased. It's like they are forming cartel. Them and their friends are using state fund to revive the hotel and give it back to their friends, and they have their own personal deal. So there is no genuity in most of all this. Now the government has passed an act. He has 80% of the land in Enugu belongs to him. He has made most of the rural areas urban city, and they've gazetted, taking people's land. The law says by the constitution that you take land for public use. School, health center, police station for public use. But the government will come take somebody's land and reallocate to a company to build real estate, to give to their friends and family members who have the names of the companies and the rest of them. You take somebody's land, 1,000 acres of land, 500 acres of land, and you start reselling without paying compensation, a kobo to the community. That is criminal. It's unacceptable. So that's what is...
Or maladministration instead of criminal?
Eh?
Why don't you call it maladministration instead of calling it a criminal conduct?
It's a criminal conduct because you're using your power to take what belongs to people.
But the Constitution says land is vested unto governors.
Unto government governors for public use. It was also went down to say public use.
Okay, now let's look at transportation in Enugu, for example.
No, let's finish
that very big.
We've not finished the land issue. They said for public use, such as you want to build state university, You want to build a stadium, you want to build an international hospital. Even at that, you should also compensate the community. Maybe my compensation. But whereby you now come in to take my land, 1,000 plots, and you're selling to Mr. A for 10 million per plot.
Selling or allocating.
You allocate
for purposes of
for
making money for the people.
For the government, not for the people. For the government.
The government is the people. The people is the government.
Okay, now why will you allocate my land to another person to build real estate without compensating me? If you feel, okay, government want to go into business to develop the city, fine. But you should consult me and negotiate with me, take my land and allocate to an individual or corporate body. Not for what the constitution said for social use, for school, for police station or health center. You're not doing that. Rather, you're reselling my property. And I'm still selling per plot 20 million. And I'm not getting a kobo. And somebody else is becoming a billionaire from my property.
Well,
robbing Peter to pay Paul.
Well, maybe, you know, the government, like it said, government for the people, by the people, and for the people.
Yeah.
Also, if government is taking land from the people to develop it, make it to better use, so that
it should be,
more money comes for the same government
anything
people.
You're doing should be towards the ambience of the law. You can't take away something from the law. You're punishing Mr. A to favor Mr. B or yourself for your personal interest.
Okay, but let us also look at the issue of transportation, like I was talking about. Okay. You have a very big station there in central Enugu.
Yeah.
And,
like the Holy Ghost.
Yes, the Holy Ghost park there. I mean, that is so modern, so to speak, isn't it?
Yeah, I said the governor came with a vision, good ideas, but I think this same African mentality of acquire. I don't know where they're taking all this money to.
But he has also brought the Enugu buses, what they call London buses.
No, most of the buses are refurbished buses. Most of the buses. You saw the double decker that Rangers won, and they want to go and celebrate. Instead, they pushing the bus. Will a brand new bus behave that way? It's a refurbished bus, and God wanted to expose him. You don't do that. Most of them are refurbished buses. Some of the buses that Sullivan bought, they want to refurbish them. And they go and bring other refurbished buses, second-hand buses, and refurbish them. You know, I don't know why people cannot do what is real. So, but the terminals, wonderfully built, but they also rob Peter to pay Paul. Somebody owns a shop for over 30 years. You took the person's shop, give the person maybe 1 million for compensation, and you are reallocating the shop for 20 million. Why not right of first refusal? Is that language? Mm-hmm. Okay, you own the shop. When you finish, okay, pay us, since you were here before, instead of giving 10 million, give us 5 million naira. And you now pay the person off 1 million and you're selling 20 million. And the shop, the park is empty, nobody's there. Most of the building, if rain comes, it flies out substandard. Most of the project the governor is doing substandard. He has good vision, doing wonderful projects, but substandard projects here and there. So I don't know why. Is it the contractor problem, or is it that the government is not giving adequate money and they are doing substandard project and nobody's prosecuted?
But it's Opera Square substandard too. I've gone there.
No, Opera Square has been there the creation of time.
But I mean, with some modern facilities now.
Nothing modern the man has done. I don't think anything modern for now.
Some international conference centers.
No, international conference center is different. It was built by Chimaroke Namani, 70% done. The governor completed it, which is a good thing. The 300 hospital bed is building was done by Chimaroke Namani, 70% done. The governor is completing, which is also good, because what makes you a good administrator is when you come to board, you continue from any visionary project you see, not abandoning, saying because I'm not the person who started it. So he's doing some wonderful job. You can give it to him. At least he has done some transformation. You give it to him. Some good projects, but our problem is his policies are not public friendly. The tax rate in Enugu State is much. The oppression, the compression, and it's not accessible. It's not he does not listen to people. No human face.
But in reality, how many Nigerians do love paying taxes? That someone leaves, okay, I'm supposed to pay my tax now, and I go to pay. Compared with what you call the data in your phone. The moment you are using and it is off, you know it's off, you go and buy. Yeah. But when it comes to tax payment,
yeah, tax. People, okay, like each keke in Enugu State pays 750 naira per day. Times 1 month in this fuel hike. Nobody says you should not pay tax, but be considerate. If other people are taking 100 naira, you came, you made it 200 or 300, it can be okay, but it cannot be Muslim to pay 750. I think some tipper, some of them pay 20,000 or 15,000 per day. The tax rate is taxing everything. Both people selling pure water paying 200 per day. These are the people government should support. They are paying 200 per day selling pure water.
Maybe as elections are around the corner, you reduce all of that.
It has stopped. He now said that
it has stopped.
He has announced for the stopping of the tax that they are illegal. But we've been shouting all this way. You never stopped it. Now an election has come, you're stopping some of them.
Any refund?
No refund. So it's an intentional.
But in terms of security, Guild of Editors, Nigerian Guild of Editors, we were there and we saw some of the security installations and the monitoring center and all that stuff. But you agree that, insecurity has reduced?
Yes, definitely. Sullivan Chime did great job in Enugu State when it comes to security. I think when Abubakar, the former AG, Enugu State was, after Abuja, Enugu State was the safest state in Nigeria after Abuja. So Sullivan did a wonderful job. Bubu came in, Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi, and maintained that peace and that stability. I think Enugu State have been safe for some time. The governors who came built control center and the rest of them. But the problem I'm being to ask is, somebody kidnapped our cousin December period. We paid 9 million. And for 8 days, we were visiting the kidnappers then. We gave them the money between 2 police stations, 2 police checking points. They came from the middle. We paid 9 million. They gave us ATM card to go and withdraw money. We bought them Indomie. We bought them spaghetti. We bought them geisha and Lord hot, and went and gave to them back. And they were communicating with us until we paid them 9 million. Till today, that money was not recovered. We did not see the kidnappers. So where is the command and control center that you'll be communicating? We are talking to the commissioner. We are calling everybody. And they were communicating, giving us location where they are at Olopanta, somewhere in Apanda in Sokozo 1. They know the location, but they are not arrested today. Our money was not refunded. One of our brothers got a bullet wound. He was trying to escape. They shot him in the laps. And he was smelling by the time we went to recover him. So where is the command and control center? Last week, they kidnapped in Ezeagu. They down and paid 5.5 million. And these people are communicating. So every time, even today, there was uproar in Ezeagu where students were running. The kidnappers came to kidnap some children in the school. They said it's a fake news. But we saw the video where children were running, headers scattered. There could have been a stampede. But the police people came in, they interviewed some of the teachers, they said it was fake. But we saw children running, the rest of them. So at times, should also kill insecurity when there is a pressure. The state suppresses it with media. They don't allow people to hear what is happening. But if you come to Southeast, you give it to Enugu that is the safest state for now. That does not mean you don't have insecurity.
But there are times, it happened in Kaduna State, Kajuru, where the local government chairman tried to suppress information, said nothing happened. But some people still turned behind the scene and went and brought the fact that about 200 people were kidnapped.
That's what happened in Enugu State. They kill a lot of information, but people like us, if you get to us, we expose it. But a lot of people are scared because when the governor came in, he was high-handed. He was arresting people. If you talk against the government, they will arrest you, take you to court, jail you, and the rest of them. So people are scared. But people like us, we are doing the work of
Isn't that an allegation?
A lot of people, like one Ugwuanyi, they just released him from prison because he spoke against the SSG. It's not an allegation. In live television, we have Ugwuanyi, just call one Ugwuanyi. They call him Senator Ugwuanyi. He's one of the social activists. He just said against the SSG and he was in prison. 1 or 2 persons, the same thing. So people were scared of talking. People don't want to speak. Nobody wants to go to prison.
Okay, now let's look at politics in Enugu State too. And we've had elections, primaries, and they were either direct or by consensus. What was the experience of Enugu?
I think, most political parties are disorganized. That is the problem. I think APC is the only organized party for now. Most of the other parties are having one issues or the other. 3 different candidates, 3 different party chairmen. NDC is having their problem. ADC is having their problem. Litigation here and there. So I think it's only APC that have kept put their ass together. Even led to problems, maybe because some national members did not come back. Some people that but their own is just like 10% disagreement. So I think APC is in order. Most of them are still in dispute, and no list has been released up till now after the primary. So most people don't know their fates. So I think it's when the list is being released, maybe from next week, we'll now know the people that are through. PDP is having their own crisis. The Turakere faction and the Wike faction, nobody is knowing who is going and everything. Supreme Court, two different interpretations. Wike are interpreting that they are authentic candidates. One about people are saying they're authentic candidates. We don't know what's happening. So, but if you go to the portal, Wike's people's name are in the portal. Why these people are saying they should change it is there also a lot of crisis and up and down. So I think after the maybe by next week or in 2 weeks to come, INEC will publish the authentic list of maybe political parties and the people they are giving certificate for returns.
Okay, in spite of this ding-dong affair, do you have confidence on the elections that we organized by INEC?
The way Nigeria is going, I'm afraid if you continue this way, I don't think there will be election the way it is going.
Why not?
Yeah, because insecurity is becoming alarming. Now,
but under emergency, elections were conducted in the northeastern part of Nigeria.
It was a particular zone. Now it is spreading all over the country. You can see when the president went to Plateau, he stopped in the airport for 10 minutes. You can see the governor of Plateau stay in an armored vehicle to talk to his people. Armored personal carrier, not even a Land Cruiser bulletproof. Armored personal carrier. So now, can Tinubu go to Borno, Kebbi, Benue, Zamfara, all these high-profile bandit area? Can he go there and campaign?
Are you saying he won't go for campaigns?
It's going to be difficult for him.
But are you saying he won't go?
He will go for campaigns, but
he is the CNC commander-in-chief.
What I'm trying to say is, can he go to like 9 northern states that have this high level of banditry in election period? And definitely, you know that the North are having face-off with him. They are feeling betrayed. They are feeling they are not carried along and the rest of them. So even while some of them are in APC, they are there because they have no option. They don't want to have problem with the president, so they want to answer, oh yes. But from what we are seeing, how they are turning Tinubu's banner and the rest of them, their comments, you see that the North is not happy with the president.
But when you say the North, don't you think it's too general? Because there are some people who are
very
die-hard followers of
When I say the North, when you have 20% die-hard and 80% against you, means that the volume of being against you is higher. If the governor is with you, National Assembly is with you, and the masses that the governor is controlling are not with you, what happens?
So now we are getting very close to this. Back to the same eastern part of Nigeria.
So before you go to it, so I think Ababio said something, and I just think these people are taking Nigeria for granted. He said after election, the insecurity will stop. It's a political statement. It's after election. So you can stop the election and wait until after election. You don't play politics with security because it might backfire. If you're saying after election, maybe you have your own calculation that is to help you to say, okay, because the insecurity, we could not achieve purpose here, then it's easier for you to rig the election there. What if it escalates? They cannot control, like what happened in NSAS. What kind of escalation comes? So, you know, see, it's from here, Kwara to Ibadan, Oyo. Some people were caught in Lagos. Eastern state is bubbling. Some in Niger Delta and everything. So if the insecurity goes round, how do you conduct election? Who is going to conduct? Will you allow your son to go and conduct election? If he's a copper, will you allow him to send him to go and conduct election? And you will see what I'm talking about when the election proper starts. You will now see the angers of Nigeria, if they actually love the president or not.
Well, we are hoping that it doesn't reach that
so
level.
I also think that the president should tackle insecurity. Any sponsor should be dealt with. This is his government. Tinubu is the president of Nigeria, CNC, and he took an oath to protect life and property. Whoever is sponsoring bandits should be dealt with. Tinubu should not romance insecurity. If he romances that, then he has destroyed his government. He needs to put his feet on it. Even if he's shoot at the spot, firing squad, whoever is sponsoring banditry, take the bull by the horn. So if they are playing politics with this, it's going to become something that he will not like. He will not like the outcome. You see, demonstration is rising every day. Different people are rising to demonstrate. Before you know, the country will be ungovernable. Then, two, this trying to muscle other opponent political parties You want to do one party system. It cannot work. Allow them to do what they want to do. When you muzzle the people too much, you hit up the politics. And when somebody believes you want to use government to muzzle the person will take by, okay, since you know this, do you know that? You will see that the crisis will be more. So let the judiciary, let NDC rest, let ADC rest. You can know how to manipulate what you want to do. But this muzzling of trying to have one party system, you don't want to have someone to challenge you, will explode the country.
Okay, now back to Peter Obi.
Yeah.
He's been contesting as president for some times now, and he's also still contesting. Now, I mean, how will you rate backing? Yes, it's supposed to be, what we call a national leader. Yeah. But back home, when you get more support from your place of origin, some will say, yes, you have a foundation. Yeah. So how do you see Peter Obi's candidacy?
I think NDC need to put their house in order. You can't win a sitting president without structure. When I mean structure, means you saw Labour won the last time. You saw the momentum that came from Labour, but Peter Obi lost because there was no agents in the polling units. Are you getting me? No party structure. He has a crowd, but there are those 25% they say you need to get, all those technicality must be in place. So you can see the primaries today and ADC, if you come in, we have like 4 different candidates. They are still battling the list. They are confused. You can't win an election with that. So you need to come with the national chairman and address the party and give strong warning and strong direction. This is what we want. This is where we're moving to. Aisha Yusuf was also complaining. These are your strong allies. They were complaining. People who are close to you, who are taking bullets for you, were complaining.
Ernest
Okonkwo for, so Peter needs to come and carry people along more. I think he's more of self-centered. He believes in himself, what he can do. You know what I'm saying? He believes in himself, so he needs to come to carry people along and leave some selfish interests.
So a tree does not make a forest.
No. That is it. So if he does that, I think he will do better. But if the way they are going, I don't see the light.
So what support will you give southeastern part of Nigeria?
For me, I want the best candidate to win election. You know what I'm saying? The best candidate to win election. I think the Southeast too also need to be given a chance. Every other tribe, South, everybody has gotten this presidency and they have done their part. Let's give a Southeast man a chance to rule.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's very important to allow a Southeast man to rule. And I think P2B has all it takes. Nigeria is a wonderful country, just that the leakages are much. Go to National Assembly, they're talking about 110 billion for vehicle and allowance, and hospitals are not functioning. You come to my local government, they say I know one doctor in the whole local government. And National Assembly are driving one, you see the deputy speaker driving off 600 million of Shaka bulletproof Maybach Mercedes for a deputy speaker. What kind of luxury is that? And people are dying for 2,000 in the hospital. So Nigeria needs total overhauling. So we need somebody who is ready to take the bull by the horn to overhaul the country for things to work. It's a wonderful country. I think the problem is no love. Everybody wants, this is my turn. Nigeria cannot change my turn. I need to make my own money. I need to do things I want. Until start loving the country, I think Tinubu is a wealthy man. God bless him with everything. I expected Tinubu to have done what is right to transform this country. He took away subsidy, which is good. But he has borrowed more money than every other person. Go have excess money. Where is the money? 2024 budget, 40% implemented. 2025 budget has not been implemented. So where is all the money has been borrowing? Where is excess crude oil money? Where is excess money from subsidy? Where is all this money going to? Contractors for National Assembly constituency project have not been paid. They are doing demonstration. Ministry of Health, parastatal have not been properly funded.
Yes, I can see that contractors have now, quite a lot of them, as we are talking,
they gave 30,
are receiving some of their checks.
They gave 30%. In some sense, out of 2024 budget, 30%. So, what of the balance, 2024, 2025? Now, you are giving the governors the money. The governors are using the money to run their personal life. They are not even tripling down. So, Tinubu believes, okay, let's give the money to the state and local governments. Because if what his ideology is good, because if you give to the state government and local government and it triples down and they have this vision for love for the state, his terrible idea will work. But most of the governors are using the money for their personal use.
Yes. Well,
so they are not helping the president's ideology.
I think that I must stop you here because now you are firing from every cylinder now.
No.
That is the Olo one of Olo. I'm talking of Mr. Michael. Rather, a chief, sorry. Chief Michael Ekwueme.
Yeah.
I want to thank you for coming to Third Eye Africa TV.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
And I can see you are proudly a Nigerian.
Yes.
And you love your green passport.
We hope that our leaders will love the country and make the country to move forward.
Thank you very much. And it is here that we have to end this program. My name is Ben Adam Shemang. The program, Democracy in Action. The station, Third Eye Africa TV. Thank you for watching and bye for now.